future of interoperability in warehouse automation. Here to talk to us about that today is Gina Chung, Vice President of Corporate Development at Locus Robotics. Welcome, Gina. Thank you for joining us here.
Thank you, Helen. Excited to be here.
So, Gina, can you explain to us how robotic interoperability is going to shape the future of warehouse automation?
Absolutely. So I've been in this space for a while, and if you think back 10 years ago when warehouse robotics was in its infancy, we were all focused as an industry and kind of getting our solution off the ground. We're very focused on proving that the concept works, proving those productivity gains, getting our customers to buy into the industry, trust and scale. And now, fast forward 10 years, we've deployed over 12,000 robots at 270 sites. And our customers are really at the point where they're comfortable with how they want to automate picking. And now they want to figure out where else can I automate, different parts of my workflow. So that's why interoperability is so key moving forward. And I'm excited that as an industry, we're at a point where we can start discussing this and it's at the top of the agenda.
So to put it simply, interoperability is using robots that were only used for one function, say pick, and seeing what else they can do within the four walls of a warehouse. Is that correct?
Exactly. It could be an existing robot that you're going to deploy for different use cases in a warehouse. It could also imply interoperating with different robotic systems from different vendors as well.
Right. Excellent. Thank you. So Gina, what are the critical challenges facing people who want to take advantage of this interoperability in robotics?
Yeah, there are a couple of challenges, I think all addressable. I think the most obvious one is standardization. So you don't want 10 robots speaking 10 different languages. So we as an industry have a responsibility to drive standardization, use common protocols and interfaces. And we play an active role in the ROS community to help drive those standards.
Tell me more about that. What is the ROS community?
So the ROS community, it's a network of different robotics practitioners using essentially what is like a common framework, common language for these robots to operate. So it's a common operating system that many robotic systems today utilize. And by doing so, we're able to make interoperability a heck of a lot easier than everyone developing their own operating systems.
So that means working with competitors at times?
Yes, it's a collaborative community.
Right.
And then the other aspect of interoperability is the integration itself, which can be very costly and very complex. So how do you actually do this for your customers? In a way that's cost effective, in a way that it's going to drive that ROI. And there are a number of different approaches on the market that companies are taking to address that.
Right, so the challenges are really about getting your arms around the fact that you're probably going to be using robotics from different suppliers with different operating systems, but that's doable. Is that right?
Absolutely. So, one approach that we've taken is we have our Locus One platform that's capable of orchestrating multiple kinds of robotic form factors. So for one warehouse, we might have 700 robots, but they're not all the same robots. They're different kinds of robots doing different tasks, picking, put away, cycle counting. And to orchestrate the movement of these robots and have them interoperate is key. And that's what we're offering to our customers.
Oh, fascinating. So this is really sort of robotic automation 2.0 in a way, in terms of where the users are coming from. That initially you had just a phase of acceptance,
exactly,
and proving the pudding, and now you're going to a new level. What kind of efficiencies are you seeing with interoperability? What are the advantages of it?
So the advantage is, today you might have a site where they've automated the picking, but downstream the sortation's still manual or it's not optimized. And if you're able to automate the sortation, sure, you can deploy it separately, but if you actually integrate the two solutions together, you can optimize both systems. And I can explain more about some other partnerships we've built where the integration is actually enabling a higher degree of optimization than having those two systems be separate.
Right. So the sum of the parts, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Right. Fantastic. Gina, can you give me some examples of robotic interoperability working in in the real world, some
Yeah,
case
sure.
studies.
So I shared an example of Locus One and kind of orchestrating our multi-bot fleet. But we've also been heavily building partnerships. That's a key theme of the industry right now, is building partnerships to deliver end-to-end automation. So an example is with Berkshire Grey, where we've integrated our solution with their robotic put wall. This means for our customers who have integrated with Locus, they can leverage that existing connection and also get the Berkshire Grey robotic put wall because we've integrated our solutions together. So what we do is we do the batch picking. So we've optimized the batch picking specifically for a automated put wall.
Yes.
And we will deliver, our robots will deliver batch pick totes to a Berkshire Grey put wall. The Berkshire Grey put wall then automates the sortation. And by doing so, we're able to significantly reduce the fulfillment costs for our customers, cut labor, and a whole host of other benefits.
So how did these partnerships sort of come about? Because, I mean, I'm trying to think of another industry in which you have new technology being offered by multiple competitors and they end up collaborating in the same building. That's relatively rare. How did this come about?
I think it's, if you look at the end-to-end automation workflow, in a warehouse, there's a lot that goes on. You've got autonomous forklifts, you've got autonomous picking and various kinds of pick systems. You've got, autonomous sortation, and there's different flavors of that. And no single provider today is trying to offer the full spectrum. And that's why partnerships are so important. And we've started building partnerships in areas that our customers would really benefit from, sortation, partnerships in packaging and packaging automation, and then partnerships with robotic arm and vision providers to not just do the horizontal movement, but also do the picking as well.
Right. Yeah. Wow. So tell me a little bit more about Locus Robotics and how you got started and where you're going.
Yeah, so I like to describe Locus as an enterprise subscription solution for warehouse automation. So this means that we have a variety of different robotic form factors in one platform we call Locus One, and our customers are able to deploy these robots for picking, put away, transport, a whole host of different use cases in the warehouse, and we package that up in a robotics as a service model.
Right, right, but sometimes that package includes other people's stuff.
Yeah, we
can fantastic.
RAS solutions of our partners as well. So
great. Thank you, Gina.
You're welcome.
We've been talking about the future of interoperability in warehouse automation with Gina Chung from Locus Robotics. Thank you for watching.